Hey guys, Naturally Marked here. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get into this video, I see you, see me, so I want to see you. Press subscribe and become part of the fam. Bam. Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about my natural kinky twist on blow dried hair. It's been about 2 weeks and I'm going to give you guys the pros and the cons and if I like them or don't like them. So if you're interested in this video, then just keep watching. Okay, so this is my first time actually blow drying my hair to do natural kinky twist. Normally I am a wet kinky twist person, and some people nowadays call these braid and twist because the roots or the plaits, the roots are braided about a half an inch and then the rest of my hair is twisted. Let me give you guys a spin real quick. I do have it half up, half down. So this is what it looks like from the back. I just have a loose little rubber band in my hair. And this is what it looks like from the front. Once again, I've just been wearing it. Like I will grab this much, pull it to the back, about that much. I'll pull it to the back, and then I just get a small little rubber band. I will just wrap it once, and it will be in a low half up, half down. Okay, so my pros and cons about this style. Today, if I have not said so, is February 28, 2026, because I always tell you guys what the day is, just because I want you guys to see how long it actually takes me to grow my hair back. If my hair is changed, there's a timestamp dated for when I recorded these videos, because you guys watch my videos like sometimes 2 and 3 months after I recorded them. So it just helps me out a lot when I pre-record my videos, or if I'm feeling good, I will get in here and record the videos for you guys. So that's why I always tell you guys the date and the time, so that you also have a realistic time on how long it takes me to do certain hairstyles. And for those of you who's like, oh my goodness, I want long, thick hair. It's like, your hair just doesn't go up really fast. So I like to give you guys accurate times, accurate dates, just for those who are wondering. But the pros to this hairstyle, it was a lot quicker to part my hair. And I feel like my hair was easier to part because it wasn't wet. And then like when certain parts of my hair would dry, it would just be a lot harder to get my rattail comb through to part my hair. And I felt like, not that I do break my hair, but I feel like that holds a lot more potential to probably snap your hair off. So I did like the fact that in the process of me braiding and twisting my hair, I didn't have to continuously like drag my hands down my hair to keep it stretched, detangled, while twisting and braiding to make sure like my hair is not bunching up on itself, because it was already blowed out and it was stretched. With that being said, the con of it being stretched or blow dried was pretty much the flyaways. But I completely forgot, like all I needed to do was add my shea butter, like raw shea butter, down the length of my blow dried hair. And I put beeswax on the braided part of my hair, so it would act like a, what is that gel called in that orange cap with the black? The jam. Jam makes my scalp itch, so I don't use jam when I braid my hair. I use beeswax or that Maurice in the orange can. little container. It's like a metal container, but they're like not really selling that in Walmart or anything anymore. And it's very hard to get your hands on. The bottle of beeswax is the black cap with the yellow wrapping around it. But that's what I use to kind of help tame the flyaways to act as a jam instead of so many ingredients in the jam. And then to help with the flyaways, I just use straight raw shea butter, rub that down the length of my hair, twisting my hair up. I was a little bit hesitant to using the shea butter to go down the length of my hair because I didn't want my twist to look straight, like stringy straight or boneless. Like I didn't want the shea butter to take the bulk out of my hair. But I completely forgot that my hair is no longer in that shedding phase and my hair has fully grown back out, and I got like all of my health back with my hair. So I didn't have to worry about my hair looking super thin or super weighed down because I do got the density of my hair back for the most part. I didn't really, guesstimate that really, like, I don't know. My son came and I forgot what the freak I was saying. But anyways, to the next point. How have I been wearing this style? I've been literally wearing this style like this. I feel like I always leave my hair down, like in a half up, half down. Even when I do my hair wet, I will leave it in half up, half down. But now I can see more of the length of my hair, which I've gotten a lot more compliments on my hair since it is stretched out. And it's just kind of like, I get compliments on my hair when I do it wet, but I noticed that I've gotten more compliments on my hair with it stretched out. Do I prefer it blow dried or unblow dried? I think I would probably do blow dried in the summer. If I'm going to be doing a protective style in the summer, I will probably do blow dried in the summer, only because I do live in Seattle and it rains here and my hair has started reverting because of the rain, and I'm not going to go back to running from the rain and the elements because my hair is straightened or blowed out or whatever. And it's like, I live in Seattle. It's a battle that I'm not going to win. So if I want my hair to be flat iron or blow dried or do a style that requires heat, I have to be in the frame of mind that I no longer live in the Midwest or over in the South area. And in the summer times is when you put your hair in either a wash and go, a protective style. A wash and go, or a protective style, because you're either on vacation or it's just so hot and your hair is going to sweat out if you straighten it. So I feel like I need to just remember that for my blow dried or flat iron hairstyles that I'm going to try to choose to wear, that I need to do those styles here from like May, June, July, August, September. And then when October comes, it's pretty much raining all the way back up until April. So I'm going to do this style again, yes, but I would do it in those 5 months that I just listed. But I kind of worry about my hair rubbing down the length, like rubbing on my clothes because the length of my hair. And it's kind of weird just thinking about, like, why would I be more fretful about my hair rubbing on my clothes this way than it being wet? When my hair is kinky twisted wet and not stretched out, my hair shrinks up to about here. So it's like, I don't feel like the length of my hair is like it's way down my back, you guys. And I feel like when I put my coat on, I have to like continuously move it or go like this. And I feel like I've touched my hair a lot more with it being stretched out because it gets caught on things. Like when I sit in the chair or I sit back, it gets caught on things, and I'm very aware of my hair rubbing on things. So I try to keep it more to the front when I sit down. but I kind of just feel like I've just been touching my hair a lot, and it's gross to me because I am out in public and I don't want to just keep like flipping or touching or moving my hair. So when I sit back, it's not pinched or rubbing on stuff. So that's a con for me, even though it's a beautiful con, but that's more of a con for me. I haven't put my hair just straight up into a regular ponytail yet because I normally don't like to put it up in a ponytail until I get about a good month of hair growth on my head and my edges aren't like getting pulled really hard. But I think I could even like start putting it up in this manner. Let me see. I think I am going to start wearing it up a little bit more. I'm going to pop this little rubber band. I don't even really know how that looks, but I probably will start wearing it up in a ponytail a little bit more, or maybe wearing it in a bun because I am about at that 2-month mark with my hair. And then maybe like put a clip or clamp in it and wear it like in a bun or something. But as of right now, I have just been wearing it down. But I really enjoyed my hair. Like I put it up, I think it was like February 11th is when I got done with my hair. Let me make sure. It's I started on the 11th and I got finished on the 12th. But I absolutely love it. Like I almost want to wash my hair in this state and then leave it in these parts, but take each kinky twist down, blow dry that kinky twist, and then put it back up. But I feel like that might be so much work. But I might have to like take it all down. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I am gonna leave it up for 8 weeks like I normally do. The other thing that I would do different when I do this style is, if you guys can see, this one's thinner. This one's thicker. All of this in this area was bald from postpartum shedding, and it hasn't grown back as thick as all of my other hair. So I think what I would do is just braid this and then connect it to this braid so that it's still a part there and you can see a part, but just add this thinner hair into the twist right behind it, and then it won't be so thin and frail. It'll just look like one thick twist, but it'll just be connected. That's my only gripe about like my edges, but it's really not like a huge gripe. It's just like, okay, I know that that's what I need to do on both ends. It's just where I had postpartum shedding. It's just make sure that I can take those braids or twist and then connect it to the back twist. And it'll look really cute. Like it won't look so straggly, and then I don't have to worry about like, oh my goodness, I'm probably doing damage to this thinner part of my hair. But all in all, it's been really simple. I have not twisted my hair. I'm actually 2 weeks and 2 days in. I haven't retwisted none of it. I have not washed my hair. I have not put any extra oils in my hair. I have not sprayed my hair with water because it is stretched, but I am probably gonna spray my hair with a little bit of water and then try to moisturize it just a little bit, and then we're gonna see how far it shrinks up. But I really like this style. I thought that I was gonna hate it, I'm not gonna lie. And then I'm like, you know, the part that made me think that I wasn't gonna like it was like using water-based products on blow dried hair, and I know that that for me will make my hair revert. And it's like, if I'm going to put heat on my hair, I want to see the length. Why would I do that? So I avoided that step because that's just redundant to me to blow dry your hair and put a water-based product on your hair for my hair texture. I wasn't going to do that. So that's why I had to revert back to my oldie but goodies, using products that don't have no water in it and is more of a petroleum based, I guess you can say, the beeswax and the shea butter. That's a butter base. So my hair did not revert. My hair did not feel greasy nor weighed down. And I really like this style. Like, it's going to go in the books of like hairstyles that I will most definitely do. I do need to figure out how to part this middle of my head a little bit better so that it could not be so ugly looking off in that dome, that chromtanium area. But other than that, I really love this hairstyle. So that's my 2-week update, pros and cons on how I feel about this hairstyle. Let me know if you guys have tried a braid and twist or kinky twist on blow dried hair. If you liked it, how long did you leave your hair up? And what products did you use? And if you use water-based products, don't think I'm coming for you. Water-based products for me on blow dried or flat ironed hair, it's a no-go. But for you, if your hair like it, leave in the comments what you used for your hair, and I will see you guys later, maybe in a month, to show you if my hair has reverted or what it's doing. And I will talk to you guys then. Bye.